Oi, tudo bom? Bem-vindo a mais um vídeo de Metal Gear Solid 3. E dando continuidade aqui, vamos só salvar rapidinho, porque o jogo tá pedindo. Pronto. Cara, eu vou acabar mutando aqui um pouco, então vamos só relaxar e apreciar essas cenas aí.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
O jogo deu até uma travada ali. Ressaca da braba. Ressaca que nada, né? Os caras nem tinham terminado a primeira taça de vinho ali.
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake.
Good morning, Snake. I hope you slept well. First of all,
I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you.
The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgan was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgan, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US,
Filha da
and
mãe.
China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgan couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live.
Bem jogado, filha, bem jogado. Maldita. Ela nunca é. Foi a Eva pra começo de conversa, cara.
Listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice.
A equipe.
That was her duty.
O cara sai como um agente e volta como uma lenda viva, cara. Nossa senhora.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
O cara tá tão cabuloso das ideias, cara, que ele não consegue nem responder direito.
You know,
Alpado.
We could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that
Sobrou
Colonel
nada
Logan
pra você,
had
paramédia.
and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgan's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgan fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. And she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
Les enfants terribles. Mano. Mano, que jogo bom, cara. Que jogo bom, cara. Que jogo espetacular, cara. O 1 foi bom, o 2 foi bom, o 3, cara, o Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, cara, esse jogo tá pra ser um jogo que não deve ser esquecido nunca, cara. Cara, a trilha sonora, a música. Eu não sei nem se minha voz vai estar saindo agora aqui por cima dessa música sensacional também, cara. Nossa, que música boa, que música triste, que música. Nossa senhora, cara. Eu não sei, cara. Nossa. Mano, é isso que eu falo, mano. Cara, você baixar e configurar um emulador de PlayStation 2 não demora, cara. Não demora 10 minutos pra configurar esse emulador, cara. Não demora. Cara, se você realmente. Você não precisa configurar ele todo, configura ele tipo o básico, assim, tipo o negócio de gráfico, de quão bonito o jogo vai estar. É rapidinho, cara. Baixar a ROM do jogo demora um pouquinho, mas. Cara, é isso que eu tenho falado sobre esses jogos que eu tenho jogado, mano. Mano, baixa, velho, vale a pena. Vale a pena cada fase, velho, cada level. Vale a pena, cara. Nossa, mas que jogo bom, mano. Gente, esse foi Metal Gear Solid 3. Realmente terminei o jogo em menos vídeos do que o Solid 2. Isso daí é uma coisa que eu percebi até no vídeo passado aqui desse jogo. Mas também eu acabei terminando em menos vídeo Porque, né, os vídeos também tava tudo pegando de quase 40 minutos, 40 minutos. Cara, vídeo de, sei lá, acho que tem vídeo meu de 50 minutos, até eu já esqueci agora, cara. Eu. Eu não sei o que falar, cara. Eu realmente não sei o que falar sobre isso. O protagonista era o Snake, mas o verdadeiro herói desse jogo acabou sendo a Big Boss, cara. A Big Boss não, a The Boss. Espero realmente que o YouTube não corte minha voz por conta da música, mano. Mano, antes de qualquer agradecimento final meu também, eu vou fazer como eu tenho feito. Já acabou? Achei que tinha mais.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday.
Metal Gear?
Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam.
Ele era o Adam, cara.
Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Ele era do time do Snake o tempo inteiro, cara. Nossa, Ocelot é... Nossa, que cara bom, mano. Que cara bom. Recebi o título de Leopardo. Dificuldade normal. Tempo de jogo umas 12 horas e 5 minutos. Salvei 8 vezes. 57 contínuos. 33 alertas. Pessoas que eu acabei matando foi 8. Seriamente ferido 206 vezes. Dano total recebido. Total recebido ou o meu dano total? Eu acho que o dano total que eu recebi foi 48. Life Medicine Use 0, sendo que eu tinha uma lá na mochila que eu lembro. Plantas e animais capturados 7. Refeições comidas 24. Itens especiais não usei nenhum. Codinome Leopardo. Tá bom. Novo item. Patriot. Ó, ganhou um terno também. Bora salvar? E... salvo. Beleza. Mais uma vez, esse foi Metal Gear Solid 3. E cara, vou cortar rapidinho pro menu aqui. Só pra eu poder falar e o bagulho não ficar rodando de novo. Cara, assim que você puder, assim que você tiver a chance... Cara, é 5 minutinhos pra você baixar o emulador, mais 5 pra você configurar. E quem sabe uns 10 ou 20 pra você baixar a ROM do jogo, porque o joguinho ele sim é pesado. Enfim, né? É um jogo fantástico, cara. Um jogo fantástico. Eu recomendo pra todo mundo mesmo, cara. Que jogo bom, mano. Mas agora, sem mais enrolação, eu me despeço por aqui. Muito obrigado por estar acompanhando. Muito obrigado por estar me apoiando. Muito obrigado por estar comigo em mais um jogo. E te vejo no próximo. Tchau.